sure that the program goes off without a hitch. But that'll be 7:30 in the morning on Thursday, 2 days from now, at the municipal pool. So that's a really kind of a cool thing, and I'm glad the kids can get out there and be able to pool. So that's all I think.
I'm so surprised too. We had a recent event, District 1, meeting with some of the programs of our summer camps. And what was amazing is that so many of these kids that live just a couple blocks away from the water, I mean, with easy access, how close they are to the beach, have never been to our beach. Have never been to our pool. So it's just, it was really touching, and I'm so glad that we're able to do this for the kids, because it's just perfect. Thank you for mentioning that. Any other, Commissioner Amoroso?
Tomorrow night, we have a Lula film event at the Sconset Theater. It's a local artist that has created a local film in and around Lake Worth. We encourage everyone to come. It's only $7. Funds go to the Lula Arts Program, and it's at 8 p.m. at the Sconset. And then Friday night, we have the Zombie Pub Crawl, which benefits the pool. So we encourage everyone to buy tickets for that and get involved with the Zombie Pub Crawl. And I see Marshall's in the back, he's got tickets.
Marshall's already dressed for it.
Hey. Yeah, exactly.
He's got the microphone.
Right on the chairs.
I did attend this last month in July, the Treasure Coast Regional Planning Council meeting. A lot of the discussion was on the way that water and drainage from the different districts were being handled, especially recognizing the fact that there's a great deal of different types of pollutants and control. So there's a lot of attention given to that from that group. But there was some interesting statistics. One of them that stuck in my mind had to do with the fact that the reduction from the amount of pollutants in the last 20 years was a little over 50% reduction in the amount of pollutants that are making it out to the Indian River Lagoon and also our Lake Worth Lagoon system as well. So that was good. Most of the issues that they saw had to do with the algae growth and that a lack of sunlight getting in there and seagrass depletion. So they're really paying attention to that. So that was kind of the focus. Also, last month, attending the Neighborhood Association President's Council, we have an informal committee which Mr. Greg Rice and Anne Marie Winich agreed to join with me to start our assembling of our Community Appearance Awards that we will come to the commission about. And we're asking folks who've done work on your houses, and made a big change from what they were and improved on them a lot. We'd like to promote that, not only in the NAPC website, but have those kind of stories collected and put together, and eventually recognizing all those folks that are taking that step and pride in our city and putting their good foot forward. So, yeah.
We both attend, you and I both attended, and Commissioner Rosa too, a joint meeting with the CRA and the Neighborhood President's Councils. And I was quite encouraged at the attendance and number of practical issues and concerns. I thought that was quite helpful. I've been, separate from that, I've been fortunate enough to travel recently and see some other cities, and I guess once you get to be elected, you look at cities and you travel differently, and you always take pictures of all sorts of things. Hey, we could do that where we are. So I will be bringing some presentations at a later date to share some of that.
Excellent. One thing I wanted to mention, sorry guys about my voice. MPO meeting this last month that I went to, one of the major discussions that we've had, of course, is the impact at our Florida railroad crossings. And I know there's an item that's coming up shortly. And there was a very in-depth conversation. The All Aboard Florida people were discussing it. And basically the costs to upgrade the railroad crossings area to create quiet zones and to make the upgrades that are needed to facilitate this train are going to require extensive renovations. And there's a high price tag involved with those extensive renovations. We have 9, I believe, crossings here in the city of Lake Worth, many of which are antiquated, one of which will be addressed today. It was funny, we got into a history of, and I'll try to be short and sweet about this, we got into a history of how this all came about. And basically, the FEC contends, and they made contracts, and all the cities have the same contract that says that the cities are responsible for the upgrades of these crossings. And basically what it is, when the railroad was put in many, many moons ago, when we talk about our centennial, the cities weren't there. The rail was there, the cities weren't there. Cities built themselves around the rail because they wanted to have access, so people would come in and tourists would come in and people would relocate and set up their home sites. So that's why it was written that way and has been that way ever since. So the MPO is looking at, and they realize that cities like ourselves, we're not the only ones in this predicament, that to have to foot the bill, and we have many stops, more than most other municipalities, that we're going to need some assistance in this. So they are looking for solutions for this, state solutions for this, and funding, and we are aggressively, there already have been several meetings, and in fact, this has already been addressed in the Broward organization, planning organization, the Miami-Dade organization, and everyone's kind of jumping on the same bandwagon saying, hey, not everyone's going to be able to afford this, and how do we do this? Because we've been pushing for quiet zones, we know that these rails coming through, it's a great idea, and we're all excited to be part of it, but remember, there's a lot of residential neighborhoods throughout these areas as well too, so again, we're going to be addressing this in depth, and I'll keep you posted what is said at those meetings, but do know that there has been a lot of concern voiced already in reference to these ideas, and there are a lot of people that have already been working on it, and hopefully we'll come up with a good solution soon, because we're not alone in the fact that we really can't stomach that kind of hit financially on doing this. So I'll keep pressing on for that. I just want to give you an update. Okay? All right, public participation.